yeah? How'd that go? It was a little strange. I told him I have a hoarse throat, and then he said, the resemblance doesn't end there. Maybe you should go see a vet.
Wow, that is weird. What else happened?
Well, I told him that sometimes I feel like everyone hates me.
And what did he say?
He said, don't be silly. Everyone hasn't met you yet.
Yeah, that doctor really is weird. Last year, Mom took me for a checkup. He asked me how I'd been. I said I get frustrated because I feel like no one ever listens to me.
What'd he say?
Next. Then I told him it's like I'm invisible sometimes.
And?
He said, who said that?
Yeah, we really need to go to a different doctor. Hey, I learned something new from Miss Drennan this week.
Cool, what was it?
She was teaching about the pioneers in westward expansion. It was pretty cool. Do you know why the pioneers rode in covered wagons?
No? Why?
Because they didn't want to wait 40 years for a train ride.
That makes sense. Do you like history?
No, not really. She's always asking about stuff that happened before I was born. Oh, but do you know where the Declaration of Independence was signed?
Of course I do. At the bottom. Well, we had a really hard math problem in Miss Reed's class the other day. It goes like this. If you got $20 from 5 people, what would you get?
A new bike!
Well, I didn't get in trouble the other day.
Really? Why?
Miss Reed told me to stand at the end of the line. I tried to obey, but someone was already there. Well, school's pretty fun. You know what else I think is fun? Playing on Mom and Dad's phone and tablet. We've downloaded some really fun games.
Yeah, but I wish they would let us have a Facebook or Twitter account.
Really? What would you say?
I don't know. Maybe a picture of the school and I love Monarch, at Miss Overman, at Miss JLJ, hashtag I love my school, hashtag school's cool, hashtag I'm just winging this, hashtag I'm only 10.
I love my school too. Hashtag art is fun, hashtag PE is the best, hashtag Monarch rocks.
Speaking of PE, hasn't basketball been awesome with Miss Bowman and Coach Santos? Hashtag shooting hoops, hashtag swish.
I love basketball too, and I've loved learning all about South Carolina history. Hashtag South Carolina, hashtag 3rd grade, hashtag Columbia field trip was awesome.
This might just be the best year ever. Hashtag best year ever. Hashtag 4th grade. Hashtag glad science fair's over. Hashtag Barrier Island. Hashtag fun. Hashtag chorus with Miss Bryan. Hashtag epic.
Speaking of fun, don't forget the Spring Carnival's coming up. Hashtag Monarch, hashtag big event, hashtag big time fun, hashtag...
Boys, hey, enough of the hashtag!